This is Jeff Foster with WebBiz Ideas. This video is the third video in the series, Improving Search Engine Rankings. In the first two, we discussed the importance of building relevant content and how to use that content to influence websites that can help you increase your rankings. The third step in this process is to ensure you are increasing link value for keywords you are targeting. All of these suggestions take up time, and we know how valuable time is to business owners, so we just want to make sure that you're getting the most value or link juice out of all this content we're creating and distributing. I'm just going to briefly go over a four-step process that our company uses and that will no doubt work for you. Step 1, publish information to your website. 2, push to industry sites and publications. 3, leverage distribution services. And 4, continue to optimize published pages. Alright, let's go through each step in detail. Step 1, publish information to your website. Before you tip off the aggregators and distributors of information, you will want to publish the content that you created to your website first. It's best to wait until the content on your website is indexed by the search engines before you start contacting everyone else, asking them to also publish it. The logic behind this is you want Google to recognize that your website is the original source of the information. There are obviously exceptions to this rule, like if CNN.com decides to publish your article, you're going to want them to be the original source and not you. But for the most part, first publishing this content to your website first is the best way to go. Step 2 was to influence aggregators and distributors. You'll want to implement your plan of action. Remember, this should be test marketed first, and notify all aggregators and distributors of information that you just created. This could include sending emails, calling them, contacting them through social media sites, or even walking into their office and asking. You'll be surprised how personal attention can have an overwhelming success when dealing with website owners. Step 3 was leverage distribution services, press releases, article distribution, and other industry publishing services can help spread your content and your message throughout the web. We use PR Web and other online press release submission sites to distribute press releases. We use social bookmarking services to further promote any web pages that we publish. From our own web pages to YouTube videos to press releases to even articles, you want to build links to those published sources as well as your website. For example, this video that we just created right now, we're going to publish it to YouTube, but then we might send out a press release saying, hey, we just published this article series on YouTube, and we're going to link back to it. So not only are we building links to our own company website, but we're going to build links to these specific videos. Because if our company's number one or these videos are number one, that doesn't matter to us. The important thing is that our company's number one. And even better is if we're number 1 and number 2, or number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, because you can take the same content and build a web page, build a video, build a white paper, build a PowerPoint presentation, and the list goes on. So if you're number 1, number 2, all the way through number 10, even better. And then the fourth and final step was continue to optimize published pages. As everyone knows, SEO is not a one-time tactic. You must constantly build links to your web pages or the content that you want to rank well, otherwise your rankings will slowly decrease. Right? Each link or each web page that a competitor adds to the search engines could potentially decrease your search engine rankings. So repeating these steps over and over and over again will help keep your rankings, as well as continue to help your website have a strong internet presence. And then finally, just remembering that these aggregators and distributors of information, they're constantly influencing people, right? You know, bloggers don't write one blog article, they usually write one once every day or once every week. So you're going to want to constantly influence them. And then one more thing to point out about this illustration that's here, you'll notice that underneath each step is title equals keywords you are targeting. The title of the content that you are distributing is vital. Whether it's a video, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a PDF document, you want that title of that content to have the keywords you are targeting, because many times people that link to that content will use that title. So titles are very important, and you want your keywords in those titles. And then finally, just for a way of review, I just want to go over why this will increase your link value. Why building relevant content and distributing that content will help you improve your search engine rankings. Remember, we started out by defining what an aggregator is, right? It's a person or an entity that collects and compiles information. The definition of a distributor is a person or an entity that distributes information. So a journalist collects information from reliable sources when researching and then distributes that through the media. Bloggers collect news and information and then distribute it through their blog. So whether it's a blogger or a journalist, influencers who collect and distribute information, they're good to know. So just like in the real world, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And many times the products and services you are offering are not as important as who knows you offer them. So if you follow the 3 steps that we covered in these 3 videos, remember 1, build relevant content. Step 2, influencing the right people with that content. And then 3, you just want to double check that all of these efforts that you're doing are building link value for your web pages, because you don't want to waste your time. So if you follow these 3 steps, you will improve your search engine rankings. So I hope you enjoy these 3 videos.